Hi, everybody. Let me see if I think my sound is working. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. I'm going to let those notifications go out. Oh, you're listening to me from Chicago. Shout out to you, Anna. Shout out to you. Hey, Dee. Happy Friday. You guys, I'm so tired. Downy D. Downy, thank you. Hold up. Let me put pause on that because I could hear myself. Jennifer, welcome. Hey, everybody. Make sure you all are hitting the like button. This won't be a very long live, but I am tired. I think Halloween was a little too much for me yesterday. It's Friday. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer, Kitty Coo, everybody come through. Erika, waiting for a rest. Me too, girl. Me too. I'm tired, y'all. Sister Soul, Pinche Becky's in the house. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live. It said everybody's probably busy and out, like, because it's Friday and whatnot. Venus. And also, I don't have a sitter, so Baby Bunny is here. So I'm like going in between. I am tired. Hey, Steeler Princess, how are you? Wim said hello from the Netherlands lands. Daisy, how are you? Y'all, hey Green Goddess, hey Maramello. Is it I was gonna say marshmallow, but I think it's Maramello. Maramallo. Hey everybody. How are you guys? Rachel, I see you. I see you. Little Miss Nat. Belen. Hey Adas. Hey Tammy. How are you? Um, hey Shamika, how are you? I see you. Hey Too Persuasive. Yo, I'm tired. Hey Camby. Is it Camby? It is Camby. Welcome, Tammy, everybody. Nash, Native. You got a candy hangover, girl? I think Baby Bunny has I mean, yesterday was hilarious because we went trick or treating, and so she's 2, right? So trick or treating is different when you're 2 versus when you're like 1. She had a lot of fun. She woke up this morning. Hey, how are you, pretty? She wanted to do it again. She grabbed her pumpkin and was like, "I'm ready to go again." And I said, "No, come back. We're not doing this again. It's over. It's over." It's just more than I like to admit, Sister Soul. More. She had more than I like to admit. But you know what? It is what it is. How are you, Don, Beth? Everybody come through, guys. Thank you for being here. Hey, Pika Pika. How are you guys? I'm like, I wasn't, I'm tired, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, Big Blue Muffin. You ate about 8 pieces of my 4-year-old's candy. LOL. Even that's a lot. Everything's a lot. You guys have yeah, that candy hangover is real. So I went trick or treating to this. We were at this one place, right? And these people had like the kids basket, and then they had Halloween for the adults, the adult basket. Hmm. So I was like, well, what's the adult Halloween? And they had those, like, you know how they have like the chocolate with the liqueur, like the liquor. That's what they had. No, she didn't want to do the Superwoman. It was a little too chilly, so she did the little witchy costume, the little witchy one. I posted it on Discord so y'all can see it. Yeah, so I had some of those. You said, but I didn't have no buzz balls. But they had like the guy had the adult candy and then he had the kid candy. And I was like, well, what's in the adult candy? Here I'm thinking it's probably like edibles or some shit like that, right? No, it was just, chocolate and liquor and the big old things of chocolate with liquor, which was pretty good. Which was pretty good. You said the adult Halloween is behind closed doors, is Petty. Oh my god, y'all are funny. Hold up, y'all. So I'm in and out. Let me tell you why. What's going on? Baby Bunny is here. I don't have a sitter, so I'm not gonna be on for too long because you know that I gotta tend to her. She's number one. Um, but I was thinking last night. We talked a little bit about the breaking news that was happening with Mr. Courtney Burris. I think that's how you say his last name. Who has done several interviews on social media. Okay. And he went to go testify to the grand jury, right? So this man is alleging to have Diddy tapes. He's got thumb drives. He's got the Kim book. He's got he's got a lot of stuff that we're like, well, where this come from, right? Like, what is going on, right? And then his attorney is Ariel Mitch. What's her name? Ariel Mitchell Kidd, right? Ariel Mitchell Kidd, who's been online shopping around, telling people that she's got videos for folks, that they're shopping them around. So, and I started thinking last night, I said, oh, they give you JLo shots? Oh, that sounds good, but I can't have any of that. I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute. Your attorney is the same person that went on News Nation who said that they're shopping around Diddy tapes, and she's got those tapes, or at least hasn't seen them, but might have seen them. I'm not really sure what her explanation is, right? I don't know. So that's the attorney that he has. So we talked about it yesterday, and I was really energetic. I was like, oh my God, y'all, you guys are not going to believe this. This is happening, right? So, and I went to go, the catch and kill stories. Thank you. Right. So the lawyer that went on News Nation a couple weeks ago said that she had some catch and kill stories, right? And now she's with this guy who's got some other potentially material that is kind of sketch too, right? So he gets indicted. He has to go testify to the grand jury. He brings Ariel along, right? Something is off. Okay. All right. Let me. I can't really quite put my finger in it, but something don't sound right about any of this whatsoever. So I went to watch Sean Atwood's interview with Courtney, and I was listening. I was just like, okay, right. And I started thinking about how he was answering the question about how he knew Diddy, or, his involvement in the industry, because it seems like a lot of folks that are in the industry or are aware of these tapes have some form of involvement in the industry. They know something's going on. They might have done an interview. They might have done something, some stuff. I don't know. They might have done something, right? I always kind of have to wonder, like, why some people speak out and others don't. It does feel sus. So, okay, let me tell you what happened. So, the News Nation did a video yesterday too, and they actually brought in Mark Garagos. And Mark Garagos is the attorney who's, I think at one point he even represented Diddy. But I saw this video and I said, oh, this is interesting. Let me go to News Nation. I never really thought about it this way. Hold up. Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Because, and this was an upload, was it Chris Cuomo? Hold up, y'all. Courtney Burgess. There it is. Okay. Let's watch this a little bit, all right? And then I'm a little tired, Chrissy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. I'm a little off. I think part of it is because we did a lot of walking yesterday. And then just feeling tired. He said, don't put your finger on it, but don't put your finger in it, but on it. Thank you, Wim, with your jokes. I wish I had like a sound effect machine. It is all around suspect. Hey, Pika. Hey, Cheeks. Hey, everybody coming through, y'all. Thank you guys for being here. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I did my greetings earlier. So why don't I start here? And then we're going to start on some JLo news too, because more information is coming about JLo, giving the people some time to get in here. So yesterday we talked about how the grand jury talks to new witnesses, claims that he has tapes, Kim Porter's diary. So we watched this yesterday, right? And we were like, oh my God, is this for real? Is this for real? Is this for real? Now hold up. This is the full-on interview. Okay, there's Ariel. We're going to watch this again. Hopefully, let me know if you guys can hear it, because I know my sound's been a little bit off.
Has been in contact with you. I did watch your YouTube interview.
Y'all heard it?
So as of 2 weeks ago, they haven't been in contact with you. What about today?
Yes.
So they have been in contact with you. Is that why you're here today?
Yes.
Okay.
Homeland Security.
Oh, wow. So David, so were
You
you
hear it?
surprised, or was that the call that you were
Okay,
kind of
thank you.
waiting for?
Surprise.
Oh, do you feel like the interview had had anything to do with it, or
Yes.
yeah? How do you know Sean Combs?
Generation. You know, Frank Lucas was my godfather.
How do you know Sean Combs? Generation. Frank Lucas was my godfather. Okay.
And his father, and then we both was in the music business for 30 years together.
So you personally know him, have
Not who, the whole person.
uh, Sean Combs,
Not
Diddy,
personally.
but you
I don't know him personally. Okay. I should have taken an Advil. All right.
know of him. He
I
knows of
know
you.
of it, yeah. I used to be with Tupac, Hussein Fatal. He stopped a lot of my music. A lot of other people who didn't care about it. You understand? It's not around today.
Right. So
Like Stewart from Def Jam Records.
Let me tell you something. You right. Ingrid, you confused too? All right, I'm confused too. So I started slowing this down. Then I went to go watch Sean Atwood's interview. And like I said, like I'm not saying that I'm trying to understand the moving pieces here, right? And then you got this attorney right here who drops her client, but then is also has another client with Chris Brown, and then she drops that client, but then rehires her again. Like this is a mess a little bit. I don't really know what to make of it. I'm so confused. But anyways, I had to slow it down so I'm not the only one that's sharing a little bit of this confusion. Hold up, y'all. Because he says different things in different interviews too. All right. You said something about this whole thing from yesterday seems odd. Number one, Rachel, or excuse me, Mitchell is involved with it. So I side eye everything there. Yeah, but a month ago, Night Charmer, a month ago, when she went to News Nation talking about their shopping for this tape, did she get the information from these guys? Who did she get this information from? Oh, well, that's a great like what would be the motivation to come forward for this guy? What happens if you like lie to a grand jury? What's going to happen? Do you get like in trouble for lying to a grand jury? Or like because that's the thing, it's like, wait, if you're willing to face a grand jury, I'm willing to believe it. Whatever you got is legit. Whatever you have is legit. But what happens if you lie to a grand jury? That shopping around Diddy shit is sus. So if this guy, which I hope is not true, I hope he's being honest and maybe he has something. Because who the hell would risk the chance to go to jail? Who would lie to a grand jury? I would like to think that people wouldn't lie to a grand jury. Two main things that the whole world is searching for regarding Diddy, the tapes, Kim Porter's novel. This mystery man magically has both. And then he's connected to Jamal Millwood, aka Chris Todd. You said there's rumors that there were multiple tapes and rumored Oprah paid $5 million for one. Girl, not Oprah. Oh wow. I'm just saying, I don't understand. You're not being rude. Shout out to you said, sorry to be rude, but it's a trip that I can tell. Huh? I don't know what you mean. You said, I'm sure you can get at least with perverting the course of justice, at least. Yes, grand jury testimony, if under oath, is perjury. Sadly, shout out to James. Sadly, people will lie if they think they can get away with it. But who would risk it? Like, why would you risk it if that's what he's doing? That is the question. Hold up. Now keep playing.
A lot of allegations, right? Are you expected to eventually turn those things over, or
Well, that's what we're going to head over to do now. So we have a hearing now to determine what we're going to do in terms of what documents we'll have to turn over and what documents we do not.
So why were you in court tonight?
Just to give testimony to the grand jury.
Got you.
He was subpoenaed by the court. So as we all know, if you don't.
You said, Rabbit, you really don't know what he said to the grand jury, talking out the side, maybe. True Crimatic, you're right. I don't know what he said to the grand jury. Now, I don't know what you mean by talking out the side, maybe. I really don't know what you mean by that, but please clarify. Who's talking out the side? But you're right. I don't. And I'm just wondering, that's what I said. I'm like, my mind when I have these conversations with you guys is to think out loud about where I'm going with this or what my thoughts are. I'm not calling him a liar. I don't know the man. Okay. I haven't seen enough of his material to logically deduce that there are any kind of lies being told here. I feel like there's some potential. I think anybody who's willing to risk going to the grand jury to give information is, that's a risk that you're taking. So yeah, like I do feel like maybe there's some truth to this. That's what I'm saying, Ingrid. Like, would you be willing to go to jail for anybody? I ain't going to jail for nobody. For nobody, right? Like, if I know information that could be helpful in a crime, I will tell it. But I don't know what he said to the grand jury. You're right. Thank you, Belen. I said I have to run to a 9 o'clock meeting, but I think it's very super suspect that he had to be subpoenaed by a grand jury to turn over his evidence instead of handing it over. They're looking for a payday, says Belen. If you really are about victims, the last thing you're going to do is look for any level of payday. You're right, Belen. You're right. When he's going to these platforms, because I know, for example, like Jaguar Wright isn't going to these platforms for free. Gene Deal doesn't go to a platform for free. You guys got to pay these people. I wonder if he's also getting paid for these interviews, which is fine. But if your attempt as a blogger is trying to like get the information out there, typically you're just going to go live with whatever is the biggest blogger. If I am in this situation where I know information that could potentially help, a criminal case against this person who is a mover and a shaker in the industry, I'm going to go straight to the feds and give the information. I'm not going to be shopping it around with these folks, right? Like I'm just not. But that's just me. That's just me, right? You have something to say? No, that's not a hat, Mama. That's not a hat. Go put it away, honey. All right, girl. That's just me, you guys. That's my thought. But I don't know. And Belen, thank you for the 1010 love. You said whatever they had before, they could, I believe, speak about how the feds and the grand jury involved. They may have more restrictions now in ongoing case. That is true. Do you feel the attorney is sus? And then the way that he's so eager at answering the press questions, usually the lawyer does all the talking, says no comment. Hunty, he's answering the questions. Something don't sound right. I don't know what it is. Now, I don't know. You said Burgess may be telling many stories, getting his side dime from all of it. That's true. You're right. You're right. And Wim, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Yo, if you guys got a membership from Wim, put a heart in the chat. Shout out. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. All right. It is the first of the month and it's Friday. You said Woody getting it. You think he's getting the money? Come on, Stokes. Come on. What are you thinking? Tell me in the chat what you think, because I'm kind of wondering what you guys think about this. And isn't it illegal to have a prawn of a minor? That's what I thought they said that they had too. How are you holding on to prawn? I would be the first one to turn that shit in. Like I said, I'm not going to jail for anybody. So apparently he's saying that there's a copy of it that hasn't come, that like might be like the Millwood one was an edited. This one, the one that he has, is true. Somehow Chris Todd is in the mix of this situation here. I just don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Some of this is like I don't know what to make of it, if you know what I mean. What do you guys think? He said right now no one knows who's safe to bring things to. That is true, Gaslit. How do I know that some of these law enforcement agencies aren't going to destroy evidence? But one way or another, a lot of this shit does seem very fishy. You know what I mean? Yes, thank you. He said he had that. He said that he has it unedited. Thank you. And apparently the unedited version is the more X-rated one. Okay. You said no way he knows Jaguar getting paid, and so is Uncle Gene. But I think, Sister Soul, I think Gene is getting paid for his appearances. I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me, but I remember seeing a little bit of Popcorn Planet, and they were trying to get Gene Deal up there, and I believe he charges a lot of money. Now, I will say this, that I do give credit Courtney for. I think this is important. he does call out the bodyguards. He calls out Gene Deal and he says, how the fuck are you trying to like go about this? How are you a bodyguard and somehow you thinking that just because you're disclosing information, you're clean from this? I'm sorry, you guys. I think that Gene Deal is willfully saying the things that he wants to say, but willfully omitting a lot of things. And then he's also changing the way that he has spoken about a lot of these allegations. Calm the hell on. He has been making money on Diddy and the stories. We don't even know what the hell was going on behind the scenes with him and his bodyguard time. We don't know. That's why I'm like, I don't put it past anybody. So they all getting paid. All of them. Gene Deal lies for, oh Lord. I don't know nothing. Let me keep playing this. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments, okay?
Answer a subpoena. You will. The marshals will come to your house as they came to his house, and they will bring you here. So that's why we're here today.
I know you can't mention celebrities per se. You did mention some in the interview.
Yes, he did. He showed pictures.
So just to clarify, you can back that up with actual factual footage.
We have, it's things that we have, but we got to go to the other courthouse. So I don't know if that's any more questions, but we got another hearing.
Are you nervous or do you feel cool?
God, I ain't never nervous. The only thing that's fair to me is God.
Oh Lord, hold on. Oh my God, then there's this. I cannot with JLo. Speaking of JLo, since we're there, before I go to the other video, hold up, y'all. JLo is getting mentioned this morning. Look at this shit right here, you guys. Another TMZ situation. Diddy plays JLo video at Freak Off. Let's get loud. Vicky. I thought you liked Ariel, Vicky. What happened? She said she's becoming the Ben Crump of Sean Combs' press conferences. Oh, no. I thought you liked it. What happened? The lawyer is something else. I mean, she's really making it. Geez. See, Vicky, you got everybody in the chat going, you can't disappear. You got to come back. What are you thinking? You want my here? Over here, mama girl. You cannot. Where's she at? Where Vicky go? Vicky, come back. Vicky, come back. Anyways, moving on. Diddy plays JLo video at Freak Offs. Let's get loud. That's what it says. All right. Hey, Grape Tea. A former Playboy model claims that she was at Diddy's Freak Off with a soundtrack music, one from Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, didn't she do that one song? It's called Let's Get Loud, where she tries to like hit a very high note and it doesn't go very well for her. Rachel Kennedy says it all went down in Japan in the 2000s when she and two friends met Diddy at a topless club and he invited them back to his hotel suite. Kennedy, who appears on the Daily Mail's The Trial of Diddy podcast, says she thought she was going to a party, but when she arrived, the only person in the room was Diddy in a bathrobe. She says she and her friends did coke, but Diddy did not. She and one friend went into a bedroom with him. He got naked and they gave Diddy consensual oral stuff for around 20 minutes. Oh, God. Okay, this is her. All right. So everybody knows that is a nightmare. When they walked into the hotel room, there was a music video playing on the TV of JLo singing. She didn't recall the song, but she says that the video was playing on a loop. By the way, this was during the same period when Diddy was dating JLo. The former model claims he was on the phone with JLo at the time. After 20 minutes into the encounter, Diddy's bodyguard came into the room and became enraged. He recognized Kennedy as the woman he was with the night before. She says the bodyguard got physical with the women, but Kennedy says Diddy did not get involved. TMZ has 2 documentaries. Okay, I don't care about TMZ's documentaries. So she was playing the. That's a mess. Yeah. Right. Yo, I'm looking at the comments. I have no words. I don't care about his S encounters, his consensual S encounters. Now that he played JLo's music on a loop while he was having S with another woman, cheating on JLo at that time. Yeah, I mean that sounds like something that Diddy would do. I don't know about you guys, but that's what it sounds like. I don't know. What do y'all think? And hit the like button, please and thank you. I'm just saying. I don't know what to think. All right. Anyway, so going back to Courtney, all right, because to me that's like more pressing. Hold up, y'all. There's another video of Courtney with TMZ, and I think it's important to play it as well, where he gives a little bit more information. Oh shit. In full interview of Diddy court witness says he saw 8 sex tapes with at least 2 minor celebs 9 hours ago. News Nation. Get the. Oh my God. Here we go. Lord have mercy. Are you. Don't lose sound. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Make sure the sound isn't gone. Let me know if you guys hear the sound, because I hear it. It's telling me that people might have lost the sound. Let me know if y'all hear Ashley Banfield. I'm going to play it one more time. Hold up. No sound. See, I tell you, man, why do you do this to me? It goes in and out. No audio. All right. Don't worry, y'all. I'm going to try to share it again. Let's see if it works. Okay. Let's try this one more time.
Before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties. His name is Courtney Burgess, and he says a friend gave him 11 flash drives that belonged to the late Kim Porter. And if you follow this story, you'll know that Kim Porter is Diddy's ex-girlfriend and the mother of 4 of his kids. On those drives, the witness says 8 videos featured 8 celebrities at Diddy freak-offs or parties. And that's
this is getting crazy. Shout out to Vicky. Says she told News Nation that it's crazy she's not going or no new other news stations is speaking to her. Her being the female crump. Gotcha. Thank you, Vicky. Shout out to Vicky. Clearly the chat agrees with you, Vicky. Listen. A friend gave it to him. Remarks, y'all hear this shit? This is the shit that drives me crazy. That I'm like, wait a minute. I know that in law there is this thing called, what is this? Where you have to have like a chain of custody when it comes to certain things of evidence. I know that's criminal, but I'm just saying, like, you have to know where the source is coming from, who gave it to you, where it came from, who leaked it, who gave it to who gave it to Courtney. And that's the piece that I don't understand, that is really concerning, especially when we're living in an era of AI, artificial intelligence. I don't understand this shit. But anyways, let me go ahead and play this.
6 were males, 2 were females. The drive also included a manuscript of an alleged Kim Porter memoir, a memoir that her 4 kids insist is fake. Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today. And after he told the grand jury, and I mean immediately after, he booked it over to my set, and he and his attorney talked to me. I should tell you that he was very limited in how much detail he could go into about his testimony. And because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos were allegedly victims of sex crimes, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not. Here now is my conversation with Courtney Burgess and Ariel Mitchell, who's his attorney.
Wait a minute. They know who they are, but so News Nation knows who these people are? Hold up. Did I hear this correctly? She said they know who they are. Hold up.
Will not be naming them. Famous or
Hold the fuck up. Hold up.
allegedly victims of sex crimes. We know who they are, but we will not be naming them. Famous or not. Here now is my conversation with Courtney Burgess and Ariel Mitchell, who's his attorney, beginning with the question of whether the participants in the video even knew they were being recorded. Were there any cameras in places where you'd assume privacy, like bathrooms?
Well, I've never been in this house, but the picture, yes. That's what took place, yes.
You're aware of surreptitious cameras that were recording in private places like bathrooms.
I didn't see the cameras. You could tell how the person was angled. I knew that it was a camera there because I was there. You know, I wasn't there. I don't know if the person was too tall, he was holding it or whatever, but I wasn't there.
Wait a minute. I was there or I wasn't there? Was he there or was he not there? I thought I heard him say I was there. I wasn't there? The language is, I'm trying to understand him. Okay. This is driving me crazy, y'all.
I ask you this, Courtney, and Ariel, you can jump in on this as well, but I want to hear from Courtney first. Your home was raided by federal authorities, and I assume it is because of this material. Is that true?
Gotcha.
I wouldn't say that. They just went to every one of them looking for me. They said, the paperwork said the 24th, that I had to be there the 28th, and then it was the 27th. I said, I can't make it there, that's tomorrow. So I don't know. From the look of it, it was 4 days.
And I want to be specific. When we talk about a raid, we're talking about when a subpoena is served for documents, a search warrant or an arrest warrant. In this situation, Mr. Burgess was not in any way, shape, or form had a search warrant or an arrest warrant issued for him. It was just them serving a subpoena. So when the federal government needs to serve a subpoena, they use the Marshal Service to come to all of your residences if you have more than one residence. So in this situation, they sent marshals to all of Mr. Burgess's residences, and that was somehow construed or understood or turned into a raid, but he did not face a raid. It was just to serve him a subpoena.
Ariel, do you believe?
Listen, thank you. He says he was, but he wasn't. Wait a minute, gentlemen. Hold up. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. Sorry, y'all. You said he was, but he wasn't. He wasn't there. He was there. He was not there. See, I know I'm not hearing things. He said I wasn't there. Okay, because I completely misunderstood what he was saying. So how in the hockey sticks do you know either you have viewed the tapes or those two are talking about it when that is disclosing their secret testimony? Either way, they have committed a crime. Listen, Ariel. I'm sorry. What is going on here? What is going on? The shopping around is very confusing. Well, listen, he does look. He's got the American flag as a pin. I'll give him that. You know, he's trying. Let me hit play, y'all.
That the subpoenas were issued and executed based on the federal authorities' knowledge that these flash drives existed and had this kind of compromising material?
I think it was based on statements that Mr. Burgess made in a prior interview.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women.
Oh, shit.
How many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, How many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Oh, look at Wim. Wim's like, marshals were here too, but told him I had no time. How the hell do you tell the marshals you don't have no time? Pretty said that he looks like a character from the Boondocks. Stop. You said questions like, has anybody ever watched Meet the Browns? Stop it. Yo, stop it. And then Vicky's like, marshals means more than one. That was a search warrant that was executed. I call cap on him and the Addy. Well, throw the caps in the chat. It is Friday. If you guys are noticing some caps, throw it out there. You think it's going to be Justin? Oh, my God. That's not how it works? Well, apparently, I don't know, man. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a YouTube commentator. That's all. I went to grad school. That's it. But that's all I have. I know nothing. I don't know, man. You said you threw caps on. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep watching. I know, Mama. Here's my question. He said that there was minors. Why wasn't this turned in before? That's what I want to know.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning
Victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those...
Wait a minute. Okay, if they were all being filmed and they didn't know they were being filmed, wouldn't that make all of them victims? Even if I'm not talking about the minors, because clearly these minors can't consent, right? But if it's 8 people, 2 of them already, you got the crime on the 2. But if everybody else, 6 of them were adults, consenting adults, but they didn't consent to be filmed, that in itself is a crime alone. So this isn't like it's honestly, like, you can get in trouble for that. You said his reasoning for not turning it into the feds was because he's not a snitch. Oh, okay. They can come and get it, but I'm not turning it in. I'm not no snitch, if I remember correctly, says GMAT. GMAT, even when it's little kids. Wow. How self-serving. I'm just going to say that, like, because it's not his kids, right? He don't give a shit. It's not his kids. It's somebody else's kids. I don't know what to make of it. Yeah, you can't consent under any influence, and you can't consent to anything under the influence. There you go. So because they're all inebriated, that's what they said. And then you have the 2 minors. This is so wrong and off. And I'm side-eyeing Mr. Courtney, and I'm side-eyeing the attorney. Like, come on, Ariel. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
8. How many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
2 to 3.
He named.
Also on the flash drives, Courtney, was what looked to be a manuscript written by, it appears to be a woman who had taken Kim Porter's private journals and had written a book. Is that accurate?
We don't know.
I don't know
how. Yeah.
I don't know how, who wrote it, put it together, but it was from her when I spoke to her.
What you received on the flash drives, was it the completed book or was it notes from Kim Porter that later were made into a book?
It was completed. It's only 60,
Okay.
it's only about 54 pages. It was
Sure, and in the beginning, it says, Kim made me promise that if something happened to her, I would make sure this book became public to the world. The way Sean moved, I knew that was a promise I would have to fulfill. Kim knew I was a woman of my word, and this book was going to make it to print. So it sounds like it is a woman who wrote up the notes from Kim Porter. Does that sound accurate?
It's have you read it? Yes. I haven't even read the book.
Do you know who the woman is?
No.
I haven't even read the book. So how would he know that one is unedited and the other one? In Jamal Millwood's, aka Chris Todd's book, at the very end, it reads like a Lifetime movie. I'm going to the hospital. I'm dying. I don't know. I will see. Like the very last chapter is movie made. So what is this? What is this? I'm so confused. So he not read the book? So how do you even know that she wrote it? But I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I quit. I don't know what to say. Hold up. We gonna have to rewatch this shit again because I have to stop it to react. I don't know what to make of it. Can he? I don't know. You said it's cap. Look, you guys understand how crazy this shit is right here? How are we like? What the fuck is going on? Even if, okay, he says Kimora was the one who took it and published it. She admitted it. Says right, but he's also saying that he's endorsing the other book, but saying, well, it's an edited. I have to show you guys these clips, what I'm talking about, okay? But let's keep playing this and then we'll go back, okay? I promise y'all.
And to be clear, he received it in its complete form. So I think just to make sure we have some clarity here, the manuscript that Mr. Burgess received was already in its complete form. It's not that he edited it or changed anything.
Got it.
He did give it to someone else who then edited it, but that's not how he received it.
Okay, so Ariel, did your client, Courtney, receive the book from the woman who seems to have written it, saying, I'm a woman of my word, and this book is going to make it to print?
I don't know if he received it from a man or a woman. He can answer that.
I received it from a man. I tell you, somebody she was dating.
Do you know if the notes from the book really were from Kim Porter?
It was, yes, because I spoke to her probably like 6 hours before I received it.
You spoke to Kim Porter?
Yes.
So Kim Porter.
Just saying hi.
Okay.
Just saying hi.
Okay, Ariel, go ahead and give me clarity on the timeline.
No, I'm trying to get him to provide clarity of, was there a conversation with her?
No, I was talking to the person and he said, hold up, this is Courtney, be right here. Let me say something to him. He said, I know him, put me on speaker. Then that's how we end up speaking.
And then later, somebody brought somebody else came and brought you the manuscript.
Right. Before I left ATL.
To the best of your knowledge, Courtney, do you believe that the manuscript is truly based on Kim Porter's diaries? Because there is a lot of dialogue in there. It is pages and pages of actual dialogue, which, I mean, I can't remember breakfast today, let alone dialogue from 5, 10, 15, and 20 years ago.
I guess this is a woman's score. You understand? Maybe, what she been through.
I had to take my ponytail out because I was getting a headache from listening to this. I am trying to understand. See, I had a headache from yesterday's Halloween trick-or-treat thing. This right here would give me a headache. I cannot. Let me keep playing this.
I'm not a woman, so I'm just going by how I got female friends and relatives. They always come to the house scoring because what went on in their relationship. And when you're scoring, you can't forget it.
Important to stop down here for a moment and note again that Sean Combs is accused. He has not been convicted of any crimes. And so far, everything against him is an allegation until it is proven in a court of law and a jury either decides or he decides to sign a plea deal to any of these crimes. But at this point in the story, Sean Combs is not guilty of any crimes. He is currently under indictment. He is currently being held on bail. But if you're at all curious about how Courtney Burgess feels about Diddy today, I asked him about that too. And here's what he had to say. Your lawyer just said The story the tapes tell are the story of Diddy from the last several decades. And I know that you've known Diddy for a very long time.
Has he?
Can you describe what that story is based on what you now know to be true, the last several decades of Diddy's behavior and the reason he's now sitting in lockup?
I think I've been doing it for 35 years. I think we probably entered the music business at the same time. He entered with Uptown. I entered into Big Beat, Atlantic. At the time, I guess he was ambitious. He was then from ambitious went to doing anything, and then from doing anything to didn't care about nobody, who he could beat, and then he ended up turning into Lucifer. Today, I look at him. I know y'all call him Diddy or Puffy. I call him Lucifer.
Okay. Let me take you guys back to, because we're gonna go back to this interview, but I want to take you back because there was additional commentary to this TMZ article. I want to go back, listen to what he has to say about releasing the truth. Hold up, y'all.
You dream, you plan, you work. Every hour.
Oh, shut up. Sorry, I gotta mute that. Let me know if you guys hear it. Make sure you guys let me know if you hear it because the sound goes in and out. Let me know. He's been calling him Lucifer. Mama, what are you doing? Yeah. You want some? Okay, girl, hold up. All right, hold up, y'all. See if I can skip this ad.
I know you did mention what was on the flash drive before. Would you be able to kind of go over that now, or is that something that you can't discuss?
No, we're trying to discuss that now, what we will be able to talk to in terms of what was available and what was on those flash drives.
Okay.
But it was the book.
So it is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody,
and no one touched
nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before. No.
It's two different copies. That one was edited, and we have the original copy.
So you're saying that the other copy was an actual real copy, even though the family said it wasn't.
Was a derivative work.
But he's never read it. Remember what he said on News Nation? He said he's never read the book. Did I mishear that? Because sometimes I be mishearing shit, you know. I'm getting older. For me, I mean, I get it. Like, I could be mishearing. Did he not say something different in News Nation? What are we saying here? This was the same day on that interview.
The only way the family say that is because I forgot his name. Albie Shore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And besides that, how they know? A lot of stuff their mother did, they didn't know. And I like to say apologize to the mother and the family for the picture being on front of it.
Right.
You understand? I didn't put it there.
Right.
So, you know, they got to worry about bigger things.
Right.
Than what her diary was. You understand?
Right.
They should have started worrying when he was beating her.
Right.
When you start worrying about your mother after the fact.
Right. So the book, do you think it'll ever be open to the public or after this or?
That'll be the next thing. I've been contracted to go to Amazon and work out whatever legalities that may have existed prior so that we can republish the book.
Wow, so the public will get to see her actual words and thoughts.
So very soon, the actual unedited version. We'll be putting that out soon.
So I mean, I'm wondering, do you own the rights, I guess, or how does that work?
I guess own rights was given to me, right?
Okay. Possession is not a thing for the law. So.
Oh my God. All right, hold up. No, you hold on, girl.
I've always struggled with losing weight and keeping it off, but I felt comfortable with hers. In a month, I've lost over 7 pounds with GLP-1 injections. I'll definitely continue with weight loss by hers.
I'm losing weight and getting better sleep. Now I look forward to weighing myself.
I've lost just over 12 pounds in 4 weeks and feel so much healthier. Hers was exactly what I needed.
Give me one sec, y'all.
Weight loss results you can see and feel.
You want to wear makeup? I don't want you to wear makeup. You're too young. Mom, I don't want you to wear makeup. Hold up, girl. It was News Nation. Give me one sec, girl. Hold up, y'all. Sorry. The sound's gonna be off. Let me try to fix the sound, y'all. All right, guys, sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I was trying to fix the sound, and then Baby Bunny wants some makeup. She can't have makeup. She grabbed a little thing of mine, but it is what it is.
He says he...
Can you guys hear it? Let me know, okay? She wants makeup. She wants makeup. All right, hold up.
Because my next guest just testified before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties. His name is Courtney Burgess, and he says a friend gave him 11 flash drives that belonged to the late Kim Porter. And if you follow this story, you'll know that Kim Porter is Diddy's ex-girlfriend and the mother of 4 of his kids.
So he was giving flash drives that belong to Kim Porter, right? But he also says he's never read the book. So he's never read the book, but it was the book on a flash drive. Where was this book at? Was it a journal book? Like, I want to know what the physical appearance of this book. This doesn't make sense, guys. I don't know how I feel about it. And I think like they're coming up here with this information. We're allowed to ask questions. Honestly, I have a lot of questions.
On those drives, the witness says 8 videos featured 8 celebrities at Diddy freak-offs or parties, and that 6 were males, 2 were females. The drive also included a manuscript of an alleged Kim Porter memoir, a memoir that her 4 kids insist is fake. Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today, and after he told the grand jury, and I mean immediately after, he booked it over to my set, and he and his attorney talked to me. I should tell you that he was very limited in how much detail he could go into about his testimony. And because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos were allegedly victims of sex crimes, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not. Here now is my conversation with Courtney Burgess and Ariel Mitchell, who's his attorney, beginning with the question of whether the participants in the video even knew they were being recorded. Were there any cameras in places where you'd assume privacy, like bathrooms?
Well, I've never been in this house, but the picture, yes. That's where it took place, yes.
You're aware of surreptitious cameras that were recording in private places like bathrooms.
I didn't see the cameras. You could tell how the person was angled. I knew that it was a camera there because I was there. You know, I was there. I don't know if the person was too tall, he was holding it or whatever, but I wasn't there.
May I ask you this, Courtney? And Ariel, you can jump in on this as well, but I want to hear from Courtney first. Your home was raided by federal authorities, and I assume it is because of this material. Is that true?
I wouldn't say that. They just went to every one of them looking for me. They said, the paperwork said the 24th, that I had to be there the 28th, and then it was the 27th. I said, I can't make it there, that's tomorrow. So I don't know. From the look of it, it was 4 days.
The Marshals does not play. They will come and get you. And Jill, thank you so much for gifting memberships. Can you guys do me a favor and hit that like button? And if you got a membership from Jill, put a heart in the chat, please. And thank you, guys. So let me get this straight. 11 flash drives, diaries, manuscripts, books of one of them, 8 celebrities on a freak-off video throughout the flash drives. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's weird. The way this is being explained is weird.
And I want to be specific. When we talk about a raid, we're talking about when a subpoena is served for documents, a search warrant or an arrest warrant. In this situation, Mr. Burgess was not in any way, shape, or form had a search warrant or an arrest warrant issued for him. It was just them serving a subpoena. So when the federal government needs to serve a subpoena, they use the Marshal Service to come to all of your residences if you have more than one residence. So in this situation, they sent marshals to all of Mr. Burgess's residences, and that was somehow construed or understood or turned into a raid, but he did not face a raid. It was just to serve him the subpoena.
Ariel, do you believe that the subpoenas were issued and executed based on the federal authorities' knowledge that these flash drives existed and had this kind of compromising material?
I think it was based on statements that Mr. Burgess made in a prior interview.
Oh, man.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2.
2 males.
2. He doesn't hold back. He knows it's 2. So if you're holding to this information of minors, and then again, they're under the influence, right? Can't consent, being filmed. None of this is making sense. You want me to open it? Okay, I can't open it. There you go, girl. No, no more makeup. Here you go. All right. You gonna go watch Elsa? Go watch Elsa. Go sing your Let It Go, mama. Well, bring me the thing and I'll put it on for you, girl. I don't know what to say. Shouldn't Burgess be charged for having that information? He admitted that some of it would be kitty corn. That's what I thought, too. Gaslit says plausible deniability, Rabbit. Holding on that information is a crime. But he's just admitting it into international news. How long did he sit on this shit for? Like, what? He's a... You said, look, Stokes, he apologized to Kim's children, but what about the people that, like, you're holding on information that you probably should have, like, been, I don't know, submitted a long time ago to the feds instead of going on YouTube and doing interviews? That comment is what leads me to believe that Courtney is the client and she was talking about dropping a while back. This must be the client, G-Matt. Why did she take him back? However, I wonder. Remember? Y'all remember? Do you remember the time? Okay, like, do you remember when she went on News Nation? She said she had seen it with her own eyes. Seen it. Or no, excuse me. She didn't say that. She said that she knew of somebody, and they were shopping around the tapes. So sorry, I take that back. But still, she knew it. So I wonder if Courtney was the client that several weeks ago, and now, mind you, he was already coming out in other platforms. So I wonder if him coming out on other platforms kind of helped Ariel too, not be the one to drop the information because her client already put that out there. I'm thinking the same. Oh my God. Is it Angelia? Angelia, sorry. Thank you for becoming a member. I don't know why I was going to say Angelina. I didn't see an N on your name, but thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Trust no one. Trust no one. Yeah, because I remember her mentioning that her client was taking interviews. That's right, G-Man, you're right. So what if this was the client? Oh my God. It is Angela. Okay, it's Angela. Gotcha. Thank you, love. Sorry, the I threw me out. Shout out to you. Thank you, Angela. I'm lost too. I'm so done. He needs to go back to the draft. Queen's like, I'm lost, y'all. But why? Look, I'm gonna tell you what. Let's keep playing this. I'm gonna find the clip of where Ariel says that they had a client and they were shopping around the catch and kill narrative several weeks ago, about a month ago. This is like the episode of the first 48. You are so right. We got 48 hours to solve this mystery right now. Right now. Hold up. Let me hit play.
And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
Appear
they
to be.
were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me rephrase
right.
it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning
victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
2 to 3. Also on the
2 to 3, possibly 3. 2 to 3 appear to be minors. This is not good. I don't think so. Like, why would you mess with this? I don't get it.
flash drives, Courtney, was what looked to be a manuscript written by, it appears to be a woman who had taken Kim Porter's private journals and had written a book. Is that accurate?
We don't know.
I don't know
how. Yeah.
I don't know how, who wrote it, put it together, but it was from her when I spoke to her.
What you received on the flash drives, was it the completed book or was it notes from Kim Porter that later were made into a book?
It was completed. It's only 60,
Okay.
only about 54 pages. It was
Sure, and in the beginning, it says, Kim made me promise that if something happened to her, I would make sure this book became public to the world. The way Sean moved, I knew that was a promise I would have to fulfill. Kim knew I was a woman of my word, and this book was going to make it to print. So it sounds like it is a woman who wrote up the notes from Kim Porter. Does that sound accurate?
It's how you read it, yes. I haven't even read the book.
Do you know who the woman is?
No.
And
lies. Look at his face. No. He knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. You guys, no way. No way. You said, please point me to the BS. That's all I'm going to say about that. You got something to say? No, look at the makeup mess you just made. You just put makeup on yourself. Go clean your face. Go clean it. That's why I don't give you makeup. You said that didn't sound convincing, right? It didn't sound convincing. Scammy vibes. No, mama. Baby bunny's not makeup on her. You got makeup on you? You gonna put makeup on mama? Go get the makeup and put it on mama. Okay. All right. She's doing too much. That was a quick answer, right? I don't know if I believe him, guys. Thank you. Put it right there. Clean it up for me. Here. Clean up the makeup. Sorry, y'all. Give me. Yes, here. Clean up. Everybody do your share. You said this guy's got a PhD in clown school. You guys, I don't know what to believe. I don't believe Ariel. Ariel is her clip is up there about the catch and kill. So that's out there. Maybe this was her client all along that was giving her information. Maybe that's what this was. I can believe that he might have information, but like, listen, you can lie online all the time, but don't lie to a grand jury. Did he think that he wasn't going to be indicted? Like when all this was going down? If he's not worried about it, then he's not worried about it. Just don't lie to a grand jury. Lie on social media as much as you want. Just don't lie to the grand jury. And let me keep playing this because we're going to go to Chris Cuomo here in a little bit.
And to be clear, he received it in its complete form. So I think just to make sure we have some clarity here, the manuscript that Mr. Burgess received was already in its complete form. It's not that he edited it or changed anything.
Got it.
He did give it to someone else who then edited it, but that's not how he received it.
Okay, so Ariel, did your client Courtney receive the book from the woman who seems to have written it, saying, "I'm a woman of my word, and this book is going to make it to print"?
I don't know if he received it from a man or a woman. He can answer that.
I received it from a man. I tell you, somebody she was dating.
Do you know if the notes from the book really were from Kim Porter?
It was, yes, because I spoke to her probably like 6 hours before I got it, received it.
You spoke to Kim Porter?
Yes.
So Kim Porter.
Just saying hi.
Okay.
Just saying hi.
Okay, Ariel, go ahead and give me clarity on the timeline.
No, I'm trying to get him
Ariel.
to.
What? Oh, God. When your client needs somebody in PR, what?
Provide clarity of was there a conversation with her?
I was
or
talking to the person, and he said,
not you cross-examining him on live TV. What is that all about? No.
"Hold up, this is Courtney. Be right here. Let me say something to him." He said, "I know him. Put me on speaker." Then that's how we end up speaking.
And then later, somebody brought somebody else came and brought you the manuscript.
Right. Before I left ATL.
To the best of your knowledge, Courtney, do you believe that the manuscript is truly based on Kim Porter's diaries? Because there is a lot of dialogue in there. It is pages and pages of actual dialogue, which, I mean, I can't remember breakfast today, let alone dialogue from 5, 10, 15, and 20 years ago.
I guess this is a woman's scar. You understand? Maybe, what she been through. It's, I'm not a woman, so I'm just going by how I got female friends and relatives. They always come to the house scoring because what went on in their relationship.
Oh my God.
And you can't, when you score, you can't forget it.
Important to stop down here for a moment and know.
Yeah, because there's nothing else to this. I mean, it is what it is. Let me go to the ending right here, and then we're going to go to this Chris Cuomo clip. Let me play this, all right?
Your lawyer just said the story the tapes tell of the story of Diddy from the last several decades. And I know that you've known Diddy for a very long time. Can you describe what that story is based on what you now know to be true, the last several decades of Diddy's behavior and the reason he's now sitting in lockup?
I think I've been doing it for 35 years. I think we probably entered the music business at the same time. He entered with Uptown. I entered into Big Beat, Atlantic. At the time, I guess he was ambitious. He was then from ambitious went to doing anything, and then from doing anything to didn't care about nobody, who he could beat, and then he ended up turning into Lucifer. Today, I look at him. I know y'all call him Diddy or Puffy. I call him Lucifer.
All right, hold up. I don't know, y'all. If you buy it, listen, why don't we do a poll? Why don't I do a poll? Little poll. And you guys tell me what you think in the chat, okay? Do you buy? Y'all hear Baby Bunny? Baby Bunny's going through my stuff real quick here. Do you buy what? How come I can't spell buy? Buy what Courtney is selling? Meaning, do you believe anything that he says? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the clip with Chris Cuomo that I wanted to play because they have Mark Garagos here, okay? Now, to be fair, I think Mark Garagos, correct me if I'm wrong, some of you guys might know this more than I do, but wasn't Mark Garagos an attorney for Diddy at some point? I have to go back because that man's probably had a lot of attorneys in his life. But listen to what Mark Garagos and everybody has to say.
New witness before the grand jury in the Sean Diddy Combs case. Courtney Burgess, former associate of Kim Porter, that's Diddy's ex-girlfriend, mother to 4 of his children, and unfortunately, the woman we've seen in the video. The allegation, he has seen, that's Cassie, not Kim Porter. Cassie's the one we saw in the video. It's hard to keep him straight, let's be honest. All right, so he has seen, which I think is the key word in this story, salacious videos of Diddy and celebrities engaged in sex acts, including with underage victims. He also alleges to have the unedited version of Kim Porter's diary. True? What's the chance? And if so, so what? We know many lawsuits have been filed against Combs alleging abuse. Many of them, to this point, have been anonymous. Now, there is a reason that people are often allowed to allege and be anonymous. However, a judge ruled that a woman who anonymously sued Combs this month for rape must reveal her name on her lawsuit, or will be.
Hold up. Let me keep playing this, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Tossed out. Lawsuit alleges Combs raped her in 2004 at a party in a Manhattan hotel. She was 19, college student, also allegedly ordered her to perform oral sex, or else he would have them both killed, her and a friend. Otherwise, he would have them both killed. What does this mean for that lawsuit? What does it mean for other ones? All right, I want to bring in one of Combs' former lawyers, Mark Garagos, and a lawyer who represented dozens of victims in the Jeffrey Epstein case, Jennifer Freeman. Good to have you both. Counselor Freeman, welcome to the show. Mark Garagos, what's the smell test on Burgess? Seeing videos is different. You know, I was reading reports online that says he has the videos, very different, because if he has them, then he has to produce them. Seeing videos, what would trigger concern of strength in the case?
Well, the first thing is I watched, I believe it was a TMZ tape of this young man, and he was questioned as to whether he knows Sean. I believe he said yes for 30 years. They said, "You've met him?" And he says, "No, I've never met him." Okay. Then apparently he before said he had tapes. Then it turns out he's seen tapes, and then supposedly has a diary, but now apparently doesn't have a diary. You know what I think, and I find it interesting that you asked me if it was the smell test. I think the prosecutors think that he failed the smell test. I suspect that the prosecutors brought him in front of the grand jury to run it down, because I don't think anybody's buying what he's selling.
They should have done that before they brought him on then. Counselor Freeman, let's pivot to this other issue. Right. Of course, you can comment on whatever you want.
Y'all see, people are starting to notice some inconsistencies in those stories. Keep that in mind, all right? Keep that in mind. Let me hit play on this. Okay.
But the other issue is, what do you make of the judge saying that this plaintiff must say who she is or the suit gets tossed out?
This is very disappointing and disturbing for other sexual assault victims, including this one. It presents a Hobson's choice for her and other victims, meaning she can choose justice or she can choose privacy, but she can't have both.
That's the crazy part. Choose privacy or justice for the victim. Halloween again? Can you say trick or treat? Trick or treat. All right. I got to find some candy. I don't know where there's candy right now. Hold up. They're going to have to choose which one is it, justice or anonymity, or have your case thrown out. Basically, that's what it sounds like with the other person being revealed.
Interesting. Jennifer, do you have, because I've had this situation, I've had clients who I give them the kind of that choice, because as I'm sure you advise them, hey, we can file anonymously, but I'm not sure it's going to play out that way. Well, how do you advise a client on that? Because you've done this before.
I've done this many, many, many times. And Frankly, it usually works out with an anonymity. Pseudonyms are typically granted, especially in New York, since there is a particular New York civil rights law, Section 50B, that provides for an anonymity and confidentiality for sexual assault victims. So it is something that doesn't seem to have been addressed in the court's decision. I'm not exactly sure why, but certainly it can be something that goes on, that you might not be able to be have a pseudonym, but you usually get it. Now, this is a judge that just recently in the Epstein case also denied anonymity.
That's crazy.
My experience is, though, that, and obviously it's anecdotal, but I'm not in the weeds on that particular statute, but I read the opinion and I thought it was well reasoned in the sense that, look, if you're going to come here, if you're going to file these lawsuits, if you're going to make these allegations, then there's got to be some way to test it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find.
That is a good question. Angela says, how do the people from the news station know who was in the tape, but the public doesn't even know? It hasn't been leaked to the public. Do you want to go bye-bye? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for the $10, you guys. I have to head out because I got to go tend to. I told y'all I got baby bunny. I got to tend to her. You want to do Halloween part 2? Yeah. Okay, where you want to go? Okay. You want to wear a dress? Yeah. Oh, my. Go find your Halloween costume. She wants to do Halloween part 2, and she's upset because she wants to go back to trick-or-treating. I'm in trouble. You found it? Let me see. Okay, Mama. She's too much, y'all. Look, this is what she wore. She wore. Those are pants. You can't wear that. You want to wear a dress? All right, y'all. I will let you guys go. But if you're watching the replay, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm about to do Halloween again. We'll see what happens. I don't know, y'all. She's begging for candy again, you guys. She is. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like button. Bye. Can you say bye to them? But can you say bye? Bye. Say bye, guys. Bye. Say bye, guys. Bye, guys. Be good. Be good. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. All right. Say bye. Bye now. Bye.